El Diablo margarita, which is the jalapeno margarita from La Cava del Tequila in Mexico at Epcot. This is inside of the pyramid. This is one of my absolute favorite margaritas that I've ever had. I love jalapeno margaritas. They do this one exceptionally well. I'm not usually a salt on the rim guy, but I really like this like smoky spiced salt that they use. The margarita itself is a little bit sweet, but it is delicious. It's so good. I always like margaritas on the rocks much better than frozen slushy margaritas. This isn't as spicy as it was last time. Last time it was very spicy, which I loved, but it is still delicious and it matches so well with this smoky salt on the rim. Just like a good fresh lime flavor. And then a background, it's actually cucumber and jalapeno. Cucumber goes so well with it. It's so refreshing and cold and delicious. Even though it's not as spicy as last time, this is still one of the best margaritas. We are at Las Posadas Holiday Kitchen in the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. Everything looks so good. We had to get one of everything. I'm gonna start with the giant tostada de chorizo. You can see there's some black beans, some salsa verde, some pickled onions. You know, this is just gonna be easier if I eat it like this. It might take me a couple bites to get to the actual toppings though. The black beans are so smooth, and it's a great texture blend with the crunchy tostada shell. The richness and spice of the chorizo is what's making it especially delicious. And then you have some brightness from the crema, from the salsa, and the pickled onions. Definitely very tasty. This has chipotle shredded chicken on the inside. Got some crema and some cotija cheese, it looks like. Some pumpkins, pepitas, as well as a green sauce. Not usually a big tamale guy, but I don't know, this one looks really good. I have to say that the masa here, it's smoother than the other masa I have had. I'm most common with. And oh, look at that big chunk of chicken. Most of the time, the masa is not this smooth and like rich. Definitely enjoying that. Oh, the chicken is so good. Even though it's like white meat chicken, it's so flavorful, not at all dry. I love the crunch from the pepitas. This is one of the better tamales. This is one of the ones that I really enjoy. I think it's because it has so much good sauce on it. I like the ratio that they have. Like, it's a thin shell. It's not like a giant hunk of masa with a tiny bit of filling. There's a good amount of chicken in this. I think it's all about how you get the right ratio of the masa to the filling to the sauce. Really good. For dessert in Mexico, we have a dulce de leche churro, meaning it's stuffed with dulce de leche. What could be more delicious? You can see it oozing out. Disney always does their churro as well, and this of course is no exception. It has a little bit of spice to it. I can't put my finger on what spice it is. Overall, very crispy. I love filled churros. Sometimes churros can be a little bit dry if they're too thick and you don't have any sauce with them. But this one, the filling, it makes it nice and moist inside. It's crispy on the outside. Very good. So this is the caramel tinsel latte from Joffrey's, the coffee stand, and it has crumbled Twix on top. I love Twix, so a Twix coffee drink is right up my alley. It's not too sweet. It's definitely still like a coffee drink. It's not like a straight dessert. That is at least until you get to the topping. Little bits of crunchy shortbread, caramel. This is really good. I mean, it's just crumbled Twix on top of whipped cream with caramel sauce, so not exactly breaking news here. But the coffee drink itself, at least I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I think this is delicious. But my favorite part is the crumbled Twix on top. Honestly, I don't taste a ton of the caramel in the drink, but on the top, oh, that is delicious. So tasty. Ah, yes, big chunk of Twix. This is the chocolate peppermint shake from Holiday Sweets and Treats. It has little like candy cane sprinkles on top, and it features Twinnings of London holiday cheer peppermint tea. So that's what was the kicker on how I decided on this. If it has tea in it, I want to get it. It's kind of a musty chocolate flavor. I like the topping a lot. The whipped cream and these candy cane bites are delicious together. It's not like a dark or like rich chocolate flavor. You only really kind of vaguely get the peppermint in it. And it's not that like silky smooth. You can taste little sort of ice chips in it. This is okay. Only part I really like is the topping. That part's delicious. Little crunchy candy canes and whipped cream. Not so crazy about this shake. So this is the Kahlua pork with Okinawa sweet purple potatoes, and this is from the Mele Kaliki Maka booth. I love Kahlua pork. This one seems like it has a lot of sauce in it. Normally when I have Kahlua pork, it's just like pork, literally just the pork that's been cooked in banana leaves in the underground oven. This one's got kind of a heavy soy sauce. The texture of the pork is pretty good, but I just don't like soy sauce very much, so hurting me. The sweet potatoes are very good, and they're good with this little chunks of mango. The sweet potatoes don't taste like a regular sweet potato. They do have like some tropicalness to them. I really wish there wasn't soy sauce in the pork. Didn't think I would like the sweet potatoes more than the pork, but Pork's just a little bit salty, even though it has that good pulled pork texture to it. I'm just not crazy about the soy sauce, unfortunately. Oh well. This delicious looking white beauty is halpia, which is a coconut pudding, and it has some candied macadamia nuts and little shredded toasted coconut on top. Not totally sure what that sauce is, some kind of fruit sauce. Oh, I love coconut. Very smooth, not as sweet and rich as I expected it to be. It's a bit lighter, more airiness to it. I wish there was more of the topping. I love the topping. Try some with some of the sauce. It's like a tropical fruit sauce. I generally like the denser, richer puddings. This is still very good. It has a nice coconut flavor. Definitely benefits from the texture of the nuts and the toasted coconut, so I think there should be more of it. Also, I think a little bit of salt would do it well too. But overall, really enjoyable dessert. I can't stop eating it, so that's a good sign. We're at the Citrus Blossom, and this is an orange cream shake, so basically an orange Julius. Looks pretty good. I love orange and vanilla combinations. It's just like a creamsicle shake. It does have little ice chips in it, sort of similar to the chocolate peppermint one, but the flavor is just so much better. Neither the orange or the vanilla is too overpowering. It's just that really nice blend where they work together so well. The texture could be a little bit better, and maybe the flavor is a little bit stronger, maybe a tiny bit more orange. Overall, it's exactly what you're looking for. It's just a nice orange vanilla shake. So this unbelievable, delicious concoction is a turkey poutine from the refreshment court here at Epcot, right by the entrance to Canada. So this is, instead of regular beef gravy, this has turkey gravy, as well as shredded turkey meat, and then a couple other Thanksgiving classics. We have fried onions on top, just like you put on top of green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, which is the best turkey condiment there is. And then because the people at Disney are awesome, they even let me add cheese curds from the traditional poutine that, while this is still nice and ripping hot, gonna nestle in. Oh yeah, what a phenomenal addition. This looks so good. All right, this is a nice chunk of turkey. I gotta get a French fry with it though. I'm gonna have to put the French fry on top like that. The cranberry sauce with the turkey and gravy is so good together. There we go, that's a more poutine bite. Add the cheese curd. It's gonna be a bit of a monstrous bite here. The cheese curd is nice and squeaky, as all good cheese curds are supposed to be. When you think about it, Thanksgiving poutine just makes sense. This is essentially Thanksgiving dinner minus the stuffing, and instead of mashed potatoes, you have French fries. Like, this flavor combination was born to be together. And then I'm gilding the lily by adding in delicious cheese curds. Gotta eat it while it's still hot and the fries are still nice and crispy. I love this flavor combination. Love that the turkey's not dry. Really, the MVP might be the cranberry sauce for tying this all together. A lot of richness here. So the cranberry sauce coming in with that zing, little sourness and sweetness, very appreciated. I have to say, this is an epic portion size. That's delicious. This beautiful looking confection is a maple bûche de Noël. So it's a rolled cake, and there is some maple cream and cranberry in there, as well as it looks like a chocolate shell on the outside. And it is served nice and cold. So there's not really a point to do a cross section on there because it basically just is a cross section. A little bit of a weird mix. The rolled cake has a slightly spiced flavor. That bite I tasted more of the maple. I really didn't get any maple on the first bite. The cranberry is pretty strong, so that kind of overpowers everything when you get a good bit of it. What I just don't really love is the cake. It's like a gingerbready kind of cake that I'm just not that crazy about. I like the maple cream the best. I like the cranberry. It's just a little bit overpowering with the other flavors not being especially strong. I'm gonna say Nana Rosie's throne making the best bûche de Noël is definitely safe. Bread bowl fondue from the Bavaria terminal here at Epcot in the Germany section, of course. And wow, this looks unbelievable. There is so much cheese here, and it's with this nice rustic bread. Have to protect it from the wind. It's delicious. Almost like a little bit of a Parmesan-y flavor in that the cheese is really nice and nutty. I love how loose the fondue is. Sometimes it kind of congeals too fast, and then it's like you're not dipping it anymore. You're kind of just like spreading it on. Oh, it's still so nice and warm. The nuttiness of the cheese, as Emile says in Ratatouille, really making this dish. It's so good together. And the bread is really nice and crusty and still fresh. It's such a good match. I'm gonna try a nice little bite with the pickle next. Zucchini pickle. So it's not actually pickled, it's just a piece of zucchini. I love zucchini, and it's delicious with the cheese. This is definitely one of the best dishes I've had so far.
Perfect 10. Don't listen to Johnny Cream.